Hello, everyone watching the replay. Welcome to another Curly Chemistry Live. How is everyone doing? Can you guys see me and hear me okay? That's the first question before I even get started. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know. Sophia, that is hilarious. Okay, great. Awesome. We are all in here. Sophia said, Jingle Bell, Batman smelled Robin laid an egg. Batmobile loses will and Joker got away. That's the other part of that. I didn't know like how it ended. Hey Lizzie, what is going on? Hey Lisa, Katrina, Sarah, what is going on? Jaded, what is going on? Happy Friday Eve. Hello, everyone. Where is everyone at? We have Fab 540. Hey, sis, from Maryland. Where is everyone else at? Where are you guys? Tell me all the things. I must know. Maryland. Okay, Maryland's in the house. Okay, Maryland. So we were from Maryland. We have who else? Canada, Buffalo, New York. I bet it's cold up in Canada and Buffalo, New York. I bet it is. I bet it is. Tennessee. Hi, Tanya and everyone. Love you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Canada, Texas, New York, Texas, South Carolina, Texas, New York, South Florida, Baltimore, Maryland, Massachusetts, Florida. It's not 50 degrees. That's not bad at all. Cold Michigan, snowy. Ooh, I bet it is. Georgia. Also, welcome everyone. So if this is your first time joining me live, put a 1 in the chat. And if this is not your first time live and you're like, girl, I've been here. Okay, I'm a seasoned live watcher. Put a 2 in the chat. So first timers, 1 in the chat. You've been here before, 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. Okay, we got some ones. Welcome, Jaded. Welcome, Kim. Welcome. Hey, from Michigan. Got a lot of 2s. Got another 1. Welcome, everyone. Awesome. Excited to finally catch a live. Yes, I'm so glad that you're catching a live too. Always watching the replays. Wow, awesome. So basically, for those who are new here, welcome. So how this typically goes, and I always give my little intro spiel. There are no rules here. This is for you. There is no agenda. We talk about hair care, scalp care. Sometimes we do a little bit of skincare as well. But if you have any questions for me, put them in the chat. Okay, put them in the chat. I'm gonna be on for about a good hour and some change. That's the goal tonight. So if I don't get to everyone's questions, of course, we will be back for sure. But in the meantime, any questions, let me know. Put them in the chat. And as you're typing away, I am definitely due for a wash day. I moisturize my hair maybe like 2. Who is calling me right now? Decline. Yeah, we are definitely due for moisture cycle. So we're due. It's looking okay. It's like an old braid out, but we're here. But I'm definitely due to like re-moisturize my hair. So any questions, let me know. Toronto, Ontario, Michigan. I'm always at work for the lives, boo, but hopping on for a few. I'm glad you're here, Shay. All right, first question. Boom, let's go. Lizzie. Lizzie says, is a hair mask the same as a deep conditioner? I've been getting that question a lot lately. So technically it can be the same exact thing. It depends on the company and how they want to market the formulation. Typically it is the same thing. So when I think of a hair mask / deep conditioner, it's a pretty thick formulation. There's going to be a lot of rich oils in there, like olive oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, argan oil. Sometimes they will put like a lot amount of like protein or peptides in there. And maybe like more butters in there, for example. It'll definitely have more slip, more conditioning surfactants. But as far as like hair mask versus deep conditioner, in my opinion, it's the same exact thing. Okay, but hopefully that helps. Great question. All right, let's see. Fab 540, I am really loving the Curlific treatment by Apogee. It really helps detangle before I do my braid out. I've been hearing a lot of great things about the Apogee Curlific line. I have to check them out because you're like the second or third person who was like, you know, really promoting like sharing how good that line is. So I gotta check that out. But I'm glad that you like it. Keep it up. And you know, I always say that our hair is constantly talking to us. Our hair is constantly communicating to us. And it's so important to know what your hair likes. And the best way to know what your hair is most compatible with is when you try a new product out, right? The next day, your hair should feel some sort of like softness or manageability. You know, if you're using a detangling product, you should see a difference of like ease of detangling. And that's basically your hair like just basically saying, I like this product. A lot of times we either don't notice it or we're not listening to our hair, or we get so excited about trying this new product, you know, that we forget about what used to work. So, and I'm all down for trying new products out, but I'm happy for you. Who said that? Fab 540, that you like that Curlific treatment, because I think that line, the Apogee brand is good, but the Curlific, I've been hearing great things about it. All right, T-Sax 562. That's on the Tangle Teaser Ultimate Brush. Plus, would a Y2 comb be better? I also find out that my hair gets tangled at the root, especially the crown. I only use a Y2 comb. Were you on my IG live last week? I feel like I had that same exact question, but I would say start with the Y2 comb for sure, but use a really good detangler in that crown area, because sometimes our crown can be thicker. So using a really slippage detangling product, this can be the African Pride Pre-Poo. That product is amazing. Or it could be, what's the other one I love? Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. But if you are detangling on wash day, I would get that African Pride Pre-Poo. It's in a jar. It's super detangling. Like literally saturate that area, and then take your time with your Y2 comb, but do it in sections. That's how I would do that. Great question. What's the best boar bristle brush for 4C hair? Oh, that's a good question. And I don't know the name of the one I have upstairs. I'm gonna hold on. Let me see if I can find it like in my past orders. But there is this one brand that I love. I think I brought this brush like a year ago. Here it is, Spornet DeVille Boar Brush. Google it. Spornette. I hope you're taking notes, sis. Spornet DeVille, DEVILLE Boar Bristle Brush. It's a $25 brush, but it's the bomb. Okay, so that one I highly recommend. Of course, you can always go to like your local beauty supply store and get like a regular, you know, boar bristle brush by like Annie. I think Annie is like the name for like all the supplies that you will see like in your basic beauty supply store. But the Spornet DeVille boar bristle brush, amazing. Amazing, amazing. All right, let's see. Next question. I'm trying to get on with the questions. And I just cooked, y'all. I cooked dinner tonight. I'm so happy. I made chili with cornbread and rice. And it's like just sitting over there, like all the seasons are just like, just getting all in the meat and the beans and everything. So it's because, you know, like the longer you let it simmer, the more it gets. And I haven't even ate yet. So, you know, I'm like, okay, what time? 8:15 come. Yeah. Out of here. Okay. No, but seriously, I'm going to try to get to as many questions as I can. But your girl's hungry. I'm so proud of myself because, you know, on a Thursday night, we be going to Popeyes, you know, because by the time we get off, it's like 8:30. And I'm like, ain't nobody cooking at no 8:30. Ain't nobody cooking at no 9 o'clock. So I go to Popeyes or I go to Cookout. But tonight, we got some home cooked meals. So I'm excited. Okay, back to the question. All right. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Okay, what's the difference? Oh, wait a minute. Was that the question? Okay, here we go. How to deal with hard water if you can't afford water filter or softener as a beginner, taking care of their natural hair. Also, does hard water affect your hair? It does. So when you have like these calcium deposits on your hair, sodium deposits, like a lot of like mineral deposits on the hair, what they do is they dry the heck out the hair. It just really, and it creates like a film on the hair too. So if you can't get a filter, I recommend using a chelating shampoo. A chelating shampoo is what I would highly recommend to use. I can't think of a brand right now off the top of my head, but if you just type in like chelating shampoo for like natural hair or just chelating shampoo, they'll pop up. But that one I recommend. You can do that maybe like once a month, around there. Some people use it every wash day, but sometimes it can be kind of drying. So if you are going to try to use a chelating shampoo, I would definitely follow up with a really good moisturizing conditioner or a deep conditioner. So whatever you got at home currently that you're using as a moisturizing conditioner or deep conditioner, make sure you follow up with that, after that chelating shampoo. But that's what I would recommend. What's the difference between a dry scalp and dandruff? Is it possible to have both? If so, can they be treated with pine tar? So pine tar is such an old school treatment. I don't really know too much about it, but I do know that it's been known to help clear up any scalp issues such as dandruff. The difference between a dry scalp and dandruff, number one, a dry scalp is like how can I say it? The barrier of the scalp has been compromised. So you have a barrier. Well, think about it like this. Like, I don't know if you guys ever took like biology, but you have like the dermis and you have the epidermis, right? And then you have like collagen within the dermis, and then you have like the top layer of the skin. That is the barrier. Now, what happens is if the barrier gets compromised, the scalp does not hold moisture in very well as it's supposed to. So you could be putting on the most moisturizing serum in the world, but because that barrier is compromised, guess what? That moisture is easily leaving the scalp and causing dryness, right? And that's why a lot of women swear by hair grease, because hair grease is actually a great emollient that helps to keep moisture in the scalp, especially after you wash your hair on your wash day. So with dry scalp, typically it's going to be very itchy and there will be flakes, but they're usually very small, like little teeny tiny, like white flakes, and a lot of times that's like dead skin cells and whatnot, but it's very small flakes, very itchy, very flaky like. Whereas dandruff is a little bit more deeper. A lot of times with dandruff, your scalp microbiome is completely off. So you have more bad bacteria on your scalp than good bacteria. You have yeast on your scalp on top of that, so the yeast is actually eating the dead skin cells, it's eating the oil. So it's kind of like a buffet on your scalp. A lot of times if you have dandruff, it's because you have not been like frequently washing your hair, or you have not been frequently washing your hair. Now there's other reasons, but I find that infrequent wash days are like the number one causes for dandruff, So, and what happens with that is the pH of the scalp increases. And when you have an increased pH of the scalp, that allows that yeast malacia to thrive. A lot of times too with dandruff is it's not little teeny tiny flakes. A lot of times they're like a little bit larger. They can be yellow. It can be very oily flakes, off-white yellow flakes. That's how you can kind of differentiate between dandruff and dry scalp. So if it is dry scalp, I would increase your wash day. I would use a moisturizing shampoo. As I am, Long and Luxe shampoo is great. Cream of Nature Argan Oil shampoo is also great. K18 Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo, amazing. And then if it is dandruff, like you're getting like little yellow off-white flakes, oily kind of large flakes, like, medium to large flakes, then I would do, you can actually use Head and Shoulders, because they have the, I forgot I forgot the word, Parentheon zinc at 1%, which is an OTC active ingredient that helps to reduce dandruff. Or you can do ACV rinses, which is also known for reducing dandruff. So you got some options, girl. Okay, long story short, but that's the biggest way I would say that, differentiates it. A great question. Which Blue Magic grease would you recommend? I love Indian hemp. I love the Indian hemp one. That's the one. That's the one I go for. I mean, there's so many other out there, but the Indian hemp is the one I go for. Tanya, your hair has grown. Happy for you. Thank you, girl. I'm so tempted to get a silk press because it's time and I need a trim really bad, I think. But yeah, I'm like, I low-key want to cut my hair though. I want like if I low-key want to cut my hair like right here. Like boom, big old cock. Chop, chop. A big old chop. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I'm cutting up. But yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But I digress. All right, next question. I am happy. All right, where are we? Where are we? It's too early for me to be cutting up. It's too early. All right, let's see. NA9012 says, hi, I'm looking for a professional to look at my scalp. I always go to my stylist for a trim, but I would like someone to give me more info in my scalp. What would that be, a dermatologist? Yes, so you can go to a dermatologist or you can go to a trichologist in your area. I feel like trichologists, like that profession is on a rise now. So you should be able to find like someone in your area. But that's what I would do. I would, if I were you, I would try to find a trichologist, but if you can't, then definitely a dermatologist for sure. Do you use the Apogee Pro leave-in every wash day and the green tea reconstructorizer? Also, could I add the Design Essentials lavender as well, or is that too much? The Design Essentials leave-in, Lizzie, is that what you're referring to? But to answer your question, yes, I use the green tea reconstructor and the Apogee Pro vitamin leave-in conditioner every wash day. That is my holy grail as of right now, leave-in before I revere my hair. Great question. Someone said dermatologists are a waste of time. I think it depends on the dermatologist, I think it depends on the person because, some people are just not well-versed with our hair type and our scalp. So I think it just depends on the person. I wouldn't cancel all the dermatologists. I wouldn't cancel them all out. Let's see. Jade Instability 324 says, is there such a thing as a good crossover shampoo and conditioner? My hair is high porosity and my 15-year-old niece from Kentucky is low porosity. She stays this summer with me, always want to use my product. So the question is there such a thing as a good crossover shampoo and conditioner, meaning a shampoo conditioner that can be used for both high and low porosity? If that's what you're saying, absolutely. And to be honest, most shampoos and conditioners can be used by both low and high porosity. The differentiators come in more so when it comes to moisturizers, like those actual leave-on products. That's where you kind of want to be mindful of. So once again, you have high porosity hair. Your hair, can take heavier butters, whereas her hair, low porosity, she may need to stick with more gel creams or like very like lightweight, creamy product. But as far as shampoo, conditioner, usually any type of one that you see on the market can be for both porosities, high and low porosity. It's just the leave-in products you got to watch out for. Fat 540 says, I really like using Dr. Bronner's citrus bar soap for my body. Do you think it would be fine to use a clarifying shampoo from time to time if I follow up with the moisturizing shampoo? Yes, that's fine. And here's the thing about clarifying shampoos. I typically recommend using them once a month, but depending on the products you use, how thick they are, how heavy they are, you may need to clarify twice a month. As long as your scalp isn't being like becoming dry or irritated, as long as your hair isn't being like stripped by you adding that additional clarifying shampoo and your hair is cool with it, then stick with that. So yeah, that's what I say. So if you want to, use that multiple times throughout the month, you can do that. But I will say this though, if you are going to use a clarifying shampoo, you don't need to use another shampoo after that. You don't need to. At that point, you're just doing extra work for no reason, because the clarifying shampoo is going to get the job done. It's going to remove the product, the buildup, the dirt, all of that, off of your hair and your scalp. At that point, you need a deep conditioner. That's what you need to put that moisture back into your hair. So that's what I would do. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. Zoria, I might be butchering names tonight. I'm sorry. I haven't ate yet. That's my excuse for tonight. If I cut up, I haven't ate yet. I'm so hungry. That's what it is. Okay, Dorothea 4900 says, why do we always promote deep conditioning, but the salon only uses a regular conditioner? You know, girl, I don't know. I don't know why the salon do what they be doing. I think it depends on the stylist, because the lady I go to, when I go to her, she uses a deep conditioner, you know. And once again, she assesses my hair and what I need. So I think it just depends on the stylist. Brooks Hairston said, I just purchased the Revere. Do you put any product on it aside from the heat protectant before using the Revere? Yes. So earlier, someone asked me about the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner and the Apogee Green Tea Reconstructor Spray. Those are the two products I use when I Revere. So those two, and then my heat protectant. So technically, I use 3 products, and then I Revere. Here's the key, though, and this is for any blow drying product, the Revere, period. I go light. I never put like a heavy cream or a butter on my hair before heat touches my hair. It's not going to mix right. Not mix right, but it's not going to give you the results that you're looking for. So I use like liquids. So that Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In, that green tea keratin spray, Apogee, both of those are lightweight liquids. So it's giving my hair the moisture that it needs. And then I got my heat protectant, which is a silicone-based heat protectant, which is I recommend them because they're amazing. It's super diaper. My God, that's great. I'm hungry. That's what it is. It's super duper lightweight. So I can combine those 3 products before revering. So that's what I do. That's what I use. I probably need to, don't be laughing at me. I probably need to be, I need to record this. Like I did a Revere review about a year ago. I think it was a year ago, but I need to update it when I like using my actual products, you know? So yeah, stay tuned. But yes, sis, that's what I do. All right, let's see. Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Lisa says, using As I Am dry itchy scalp conditioner on my low porosity hair for the winter. Scalp is good, but will it clog my scalp? So it's a dry itchy scalp conditioner. Will it clog your scalp? Great question. So as long as you are not taking that conditioner and going, you're good. And you'd be surprised how many people I talk to who actually condition their scalp. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're asking for dandruff. You're asking for seborrheic dermatitis. You're asking for clogged follicles and disrupted hair growth. You don't want it. Shampoos for the scalp, conditioners for the hair. Now, what if I get a little bit of conditioner on my scalp, Tanya? Then what? That's okay. But as long as you're not like, you know what I'm saying? We're good. But you should be fine, sis. You should be fine. Hey, Young 6424. Let's see. Felicia says, is there anything that should be done different to wash wool? Is there anything that should be different to hair between the growing, resting, and shedding phase? That I've never got that question before. That's a really good question. Anything that you should be doing different between the growing phase, the resting phase, and the shedding phase? No. And here's why. Because at any given time, your hair is going to be in one of those 3 phases. About 10%, I would say 5 or 10% of our hair is always in the shedding phase. And that's normal shedding. We're not talking about thinning of the hair or excessive shedding by stress or hormonal issues. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like regular, schmegular shedding. That's about 10% of your hair right now, right? The other, I want to say it maybe like maybe 70% is currently in the anagen phase, 70, 80 in the anagen phase. So I say that to say your hair is always in these different phases. So you can't really do something for the resting phase and for the shedding phase because your hair is constantly in those phases. You know what I'm trying to say? So what I recommend is the most important thing is be consistent with your regimen. Be consistent with your wash days, be consistent with deep conditioning, be consistent with moisturizing your hair in between your wash days, be consistent with scalp massages, be consistent with taking your multivitamins. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say, like what to do with all the phases, you know? So that was a great question. I've never got asked that question. Do you count day one as your first day when you wash your hair, or the next day as you next day as day one? You know, I count that as day one. Yeah. Because for example, if I wash my hair tonight, which it is low key do. If I wash my hair tonight, right? The moisturizer I put on my hair tonight, the next time I moisturize will be on day 2. So it's not tomorrow, it'll be the next day, if that makes sense. So technically, it would be that third day because I skipped days. So I guess it's day 2, really. Because my moisture cycle is every 2 days, and I do this every 2 days. So if my wash day counts as day 0, tomorrow would be day 1, and then the next day would be day 2, which is that day I moisturize my hair. So technically, it will be day 0. So day 1 would start after my wash day. Hopefully that makes sense. Great question. Why do people say air drying is bad? I think it's to each its own. I know a lot of girls, I shouldn't say girls, a lot of women who air dry and they have beautiful, healthy, natural hair, you know? So I think it depends on your routine. It depends on the products you use. It depends on what your hair is doing while it's air drying. Like, do you just leave your hair out while it's air drying? Do you put it in braids? Do you leave it in twists? You know, are you using a moisturizer? Are you sealing in that moisturizer before you twist and braid your hair? You know, so I think it depends on what you're doing before the air drying. Yeah. That's my take on that. But you know what? It's funny you asked me that, and that's why I paused. It's funny you asked me that because someone mentioned something about like an article that just came out, and I might have to go ahead and find that so I can like look at what they're talking about. But as far as I'm concerned, like I don't see it as a red flag, because I mean, if I'm lazy and I don't want to repair, I will air dry my hair without a problem, you know? So, but I think it's definitely a topic worth looking into. So I definitely will do some more research on it. So thank you for bringing that to me. All right, let's see. When do you use the boar brush? I use the boar brush when I'm like trying to smooth my hair down, when I'm wearing my hair in a bun, for example. After I blow dry my hair, I'll put it in 2 plaits and I'll like brush it, you know, to keep, you know, smooth the hair. That's pretty much it. Styling, I would say. Lizzie says, I'm loving your tea. Yay! I'm excited. Can you put aloe vera juice in it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, you can. I don't know if you got it, Lizzie, but every person who orders the herbal hair tea runs, you should have automatically got the herbal hair wellness manual. It's an ebook, and I have a section in there about different like different add-ins that you can add into the tea. One of them is apple cider vinegar rinse, or apple cider vinegar. And then the other one is aloe vera juice. So absolutely. So if you're making 2 cups of the tea, and by the way, the tea is below, I believe I have a promo code below for 15% off down in the description. So if you want to try it out, definitely go ahead and purchase. I'm shipping out tomorrow. So any orders that come in tonight will 100% go out tomorrow. But yeah, like if you're making 2 cups of tea, I would say add maybe like a tablespoon or 2 of the aloe vera juice, mix that up together, and then use that as your rinse. And once again, you can use it as a leave-in too. So when you're spritzing your hair in between your wash day, use that same mix, because you're gonna have a lot left over unless you're using it completely on your wash day. So yes, sis, absolutely aloe vera juice for sure. All right, let's see. Have you got a chance to see the Apogee 2-minute new ingredients? I have not, but I got to do that. I wish I liked cooking. That sounds delicious. I don't blame you, girl. Gotta eat. Yes. Where's my plate? Sharon, I don't even know, girl. Where's my plate? Okay. I'm waiting for my plate. Where your sweet tea? I ain't got no sweet tea tonight, but I do have this, what is this? sparkling water, white peach and yuzu. I got it from World Market. I don't know if you guys have a World Market near you, but they have like a bunch of really cool drinks and stuff. And I got this the other night, like a sparkling water, white peach yuzu. Okay, let's see. Where am I? Do. You guys doing okay? You guys, is this helpful so far? I hope so. I hope so. Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Melissa says, question, is it best to wash hair with cool water or warm water? I say warm water for sure. Cool water can be an asset when you rinse your conditioner out. So if you are going to use cool water, let that be like your final rinse, because you're going to seal the cuticle, lock that moisture in. But for shampooing, warm water for sure. Water filters make a huge difference for me and my daughter's hair. I love that. I'm so glad to hear that. Blessed to have Aiden. Hey sis, she says, can you take saw palmetto and pumpkin seed together? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Absolutely can. I would check the dosage though, just to make sure, but you can definitely take them together. I've seen supplements that have them like combined together, so definitely. Mecca says, have you seen the new miracle knot technique for doing faux boho braids? Do you think it is safe to do with a small strand going through your braided hair? I really want to try this style. I haven't seen that style, the miracle knot technique for doing faux boho braid. I haven't seen it. What I would do though is look at, the girlies on YouTube and see what their experience has been using that technique and what their results have been. But that's what I would do. That's what I do, because I personally haven't tried it, nor have I seen it before. What's a good water filter for hair? The water filters I recommend are at my Amazon storefront. The link is below in the description box. All right. Should hair grease be used on the hair or just the scalp? Girl, I use both. I mean, right now, primarily it's my hair. Definitely my hair as a sealant. But here's the thing too, I interchange. So some days it's oil, some days it's hair grease. But for the most part, I use it on my hair. If my scalp is feeling kind of dry right now, for example, I would use hair grease or an oil. So it just depends. It depends. What does liquid chlorophyll do for growth and how should you take it? So I actually used to take liquid chlorophyll. I actually have some in the fridge. I drink it, but when I was taking it, I would drink it. I haven't seen a ton of research on it, how it like directly affects hair growth. I know it's supposed to like help with like almost like clarifying the blood and removing like toxins from the body. So I can see how that could indirectly be a benefit to the hair and the scalp. But I have to see more data on it. Like, does it really help with hair growth? Personally, I haven't seen anything, but I may need to like kind of update my research and see what's out there now. So, because last time I checked was maybe like 6 months ago or so. So, but yeah, but I know it's good for the body. But as far as how it affects hair growth, I don't know. But it could. How to fix the barrier, like your scalp barrier? That's a great question. So there's multiple ways that you can do this. The best way I would say is collagen can help. Collagen can help. So I would say this, and honestly, I don't even know there's even products, any hair care scalp products with collagen in it right now. But what I would do, I would start taking like collagen peptides. There's like, the one that I use it's like it's in a blue Vital, I think it's Vital Proteins. It's a blue canister, powdered collagen, and you like actually mix it into your water. Well, that's a great way to repair your scalp barrier from the inside out. Another way would be to legit like oil, like, because oil once again helps to maintain moisture within the scalp. It locks that moisture within the skin of the scalp. So oiling the scalp, in some cases greasing the scalp, if that helps you, if your scalp is compatible with grease. And once again, that's one of the reasons why so many women swear by greasing their scalps, because hair grease oil is helping in a sense to repair that barrier on the scalp so more moisture can stay within the scalp. So I would do a combination of the collagen powder I mentioned by Vital Proteins plus oiling your scalp. And if you are going to oil your scalp, use like a lightweight oil. Jojoba oil, in my opinion, is the best. Or you can use I've been seeing a lot about hemp seed oil lately and how it's very anti-inflammatory. So that's also great for those who have like alopecia. But definitely jojoba oil or a lightweight hair grease like the Do Grow extra light hair grease, for example, or Blue Magic if you don't mind it being a little bit more thicker. Great question. Do you know how, wait, do you have to know your hair porosity to really take care of your hair? I mean, it's helpful, but it's not like you must know your porosity or else, like I wouldn't say it's one of those things, but it does help you troubleshoot, oh, why, like, how come this product didn't work for my hair? Oh, it's too thick. It didn't absorb into my hair because my hair is low porosity and my cuticles are closed. So I need a liquid leave-in conditioner to actually moisturize my hair. You know what I'm saying? So it does help with like troubleshooting, figuring out like what the challenge or what the problem is, but I wouldn't say like it's something that you have to know. It's just very helpful for you to know. Let's see. Thanks. I found the Spornet Devel Brittle Brush in your Amazon store. It's $31 sitting in my car. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And once again, if you want to try the other one, the Annie, the boar bristle brush at your local beauty supply store, that helps too. You can use that too. All right. Would you recommend the Malibu Sea Undo Goo clarifying shampoo to clarify once a month? I haven't seen that product. Let me see if I can find it really quick for you. 100% vegan. Okay. All right. Let's look at the ingredients. Okay. Sodium C14 olefin sulfonate. That's a very gentle cleansing surfactant. Cocoa betaine, another gentle cleansing surfactant. Butylene glycol, that's a humectant. What else we have in here? Polyquat 10, that's a conditioning ingredient, helps with like softness of the hair. Fragrance, preservative. I mean, this is like a very basic clarifying shampoo. I mean, I don't see anything in there that's a red flag, so it may be worth checking out for sure. Melissa says, do not cut your hair. Really? Okay. Only because Melissa said don't do it. I won't do it. All right, let's see. Next question. Your thoughts on Avea hair growth spray? I've never heard of Avea hair growth spray. Let's look at it together really quick. It's on Amazon. Okay, let's look at the reviews. 4.2. Okay. Biotin hair growth spray. Okay, where are the ingredients? Because I can't say nothing unless I have the ingredients. Okay. Okay, so we got water, we got ethanol, and red flag. PEG 40 hydrated castor oil. That looks like a cationic surfactant. Panthenol, which is a B vitamin. Botano oil. That doesn't really directly help with hair growth. Rosemary, that does help with hair growth. Castor, that does help with hair growth. Biotin, that does help too. Hydrolyzed rice protein, that does not help with direct hair growth. It helps with like hair strength, but not hair growth. My problem with this formula is the fact that the second ingredient is ethanol. That's so drying for our hair. Even for the scalp, it's very drying. Yeah. And then all the good ingredients that actually have a direct effect on the hair are like way at the bottom. If I can give like a random cosmetic chemist guess, I would say probably around like 0.02 or 0.2% in the formulation, which to me is very low. So, and that might explain why it has a 4.2 rating, but I digress. But to me, that ethanol as a second ingredient, I would skip it. There's so many other great products out here. I wouldn't go for that one. Find a dermatologist who looks like you, but you will have to have a problem with your scalp unless you are paying for it and not your insurance. I'm so late. No, you're not late. You're right on time. I tried the silicone mixed bamboo because my girlfriend said it's a good line, but it leaves my hair feeling hard. Ooh, not hard. What is your thought on that line? So I haven't used the bamboo one. I've used a regular silicone mix, but that was like years ago, you know. Well, first of all, your hair doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So I would not use it no more. And that's a perfect example of how your hair is talking to you. Is letting you know, nah, this ain't it, you know? So my thoughts on it, you know, silicone mix as a line is a pretty good line. But once again, it all depends on what your hair likes and doesn't like. And right now your hair does not like that. So I would use something else if you are looking for like an actual, like, you didn't say if it's a conditioner you're looking for or a shampoo, but you know, I would try, let me see, Design Essentials. I would try Cream of Nature Argan Oil line. That one's really good. Design Essentials Honey Cream. HAIR Care is also really good too. Organic Root Stimulator Olive Oil line is really good. So you have some options. You got some options there, but I would definitely discontinue the silicone mixed bamboo because your hair is like, nah, this ain't it. So next. All right. Ashley says, after combing my locks out, I have gotten a few silk presses since, and now have heat. You have heat damage. I want to cut it, but my stylist is suggesting Olaplex to get my curls back. What would you suggest? Here's the thing about heat damage, and I had horrible heat damage. You can go back to my channel, like back in 2015, 2016. I had horrible heat damage, and I documented the whole process. Depending on the damage will determine how well that bond treatment Olaplex will be helpful, because I was doing everything and some parts of my hair reverted back, but the majority of it, I had to cut it off because it was that damage. I mean, I had like my hair was like curly, 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 womp, straight, you know, and it didn't work. So you can try the Olaplex, you know, you can definitely try that for like the next 2 months or so, 2 months or so, and see if you notice a difference of your curls coming back. But if you don't, then I would either cut them off, start fresh, or just grow your hair out and cut gradually. So that's what I would do. But it depends. It depends on the heat damage or how damaged the hair is. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Is tea sal good for the scalp? I've heard things about that. Let me look at this formula. When I say things, meaning like not bad things, but just things. Let's see. Neutrogena's therapeutic shampoos. Salicylic acid. That's a good sign. I like that. Has really good ratings. Really good ratings for good reason. It has salicylic acid in it. So let's see the marketing. So T-Sal therapeutic shampoo, scalp buildup control, clears and helps prevent flakes and scalp buildup. Good for dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis. Ooh, okay. So the lady who asked me earlier about salicylic acid, get your hands on this Neutrogena T-Sal shampoo. So let's look at the ingredients, because they have some OTC ingredients in here that I think would be really good to talk about while I'm on this product. Okay. Where is the ingredient? Here we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. All righty then. So, okay, let me go back to y'all. Okay. This T-Sal shampoo, I think, is a great option. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I haven't really I've heard of it, but I haven't like seen it to the point where I'm like, let me look at it. This shampoo is great, and I haven't even used it yet, and I can tell that it's great, especially if you suffer with dandruff or suffer from dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis. Number one, the cleansing surfactants in this formulation are all gentle. They're not harsh. If you use harsh cleansing surfactants, it can absolutely, once again, disrupt that scalp barrier, leading to a super dry scalp. And of course, it can dry your hair out. But they are using sodium C14 olefin sulfonate. That is a A gentle cleansing surfactant. Is very gentle on the scalp and the hair. And I think it has cocoamide or propylbutane, which is a cationic cleansing surfactant. So not only does it cleanse, but has a little bit of conditioning as well. Now, here is the star player. It has 3% salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid. BHA. You see it all the time in like acne products and skincare products, but you're starting to see more of these acids in hair care and shampoos because beta hydroxy acids are oil soluble. Our scalp is very oil compatible, I should say, right? Our skin is very lipophilic, oil loving. That's the correct term, lipophilic, oil loving. So with salicylic acid being lipophilic, it does a great job at getting to the root, not the root, excuse me, not the root, but like it gets all the gunk out of the follicle. Okay. So it helps tremendously with improve, and I even want to say it helps to improve the hair growth cycle, because if you have like buildup in the follicle, that can lead to inflammation within the follicle, and that will almost absolutely disrupt your hair growth cycle and actually put you in the telogen phase a lot earlier, which is the shedding phase. So long story short, yes, the T-Sal shampoo, definitely. I need to add this to my list of recommendations because this is something that I'm excited about. And it's really rare when I get excited about a product, but that one's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, La Earth 0330. Okay, let's see. Next question. Have you seen the July Tiger Biotin? No, I have not. What is that? July Tiger is a supplement, a high dose of biotin, 10,000 mcgs. Okay, it just seems like regular biotin to me, sis. Yeah, regular schmegular. I don't see anything else in here outside of it has some, well, the one I'm looking at has like collagen in it, which is great for like the scalp. Um, but I haven't tried it per se. I haven't tried it personally, but from what I'm seeing about it, it's supposed to help with strengthening the hair and supporting the follicle. And with 10,000 mcgs, it better do some level of supporting the follicle, especially with that collagen in there. So yeah, I mean, the ingredients look pretty like solid in regards to like those two active ingredients. All right, let's see. Is it really cold in North Carolina right now? New York was bitter cold for a few days, but it's 47 degrees today. No, North Carolina was like 60 degrees today. I don't know what's going on with this weather. I don't know. Last week it was like 30, like 27, 30 degrees. But today it was 67. So I don't know. I just yeah. Global warming, like it's a lot. But I digress. All right. Would using a chelating shampoo fine? Wait, would using a chelating shampoo fine to you? Oh, is it fine to use once a month, even if you wear protective style most of the times within a month to 5 weeks? A chelating shampoo once a month, that's fine. Yep, that's completely fine. Just make sure you follow up with a conditioner. If your hair is in braids where you can't like use like an actual deep conditioner, at least use like a liquid leave-in conditioner to condition the hair. All right, let me pause for a second. Is this helpful? Should we continue? Let me know. I'm way at the bottom now. I still have more questions at the top, but I want to like get to the bottom to see what you guys say while I sip on this white peach yuzu drink. Sophia says yes. Okay, great. Lisa says yes. Lady J says yes. Okay, cool. That's all I need. Let's keep going. Okay, let's see. All right, where was I? Oh, wow. Dorothy says, what are your thoughts on the new onion line from As I Am? I saw that on social media. It looks really interesting. I think the first ingredient or the second one is onion extract. So that alone is really exciting because they're leading with the performative ingredient. A lot of times brands will have the performative or the marketing ingredient at a very low level, like 1% or less. But the fact that the onion extract is this, I think it's, like I said, I think it's the first or the second ingredient, And that spray, that's such a great sign. So that alone gets me excited about the product. I'm actually going to try it once I see it in stores. Great question. All right. How would you advise someone to stretch their hair and prevent tangles, even though they don't want to start introducing heat into their hair regimen? If you don't want to introduce heat into your regimen, but you want to stretch your hair, I would utilize the banding method. And that's where you're taking like hair ties that have no metal, and you're like banding them down the length of your hair. You can go on YouTube, well, here on YouTube, and find videos of other women who are doing the banding method. I think the banding method only works when you are consistently moisturizing and sealing your hair. Because if you do the banding method on dry hair and you're not moisturizing your hair is going to break off. It's going to break off. Who cares about the stretched hair if your hair is breaking off, right? So that's what I would say. If you don't want to use heat, definitely utilize the banding method. Some people blow dry their hair on cool. Like they kind of do like a very low heat setting and then do cool. So that's also an option too. Tanya, are you taking your hair vitamin because your nails are growing? Good for you. Thank you. I actually just got them cut. Like I just cut my nails. I am taking the, what am I taking? Oh, I'm taking a B complex vitamin, which is great for the hair, skin, and the nails. For those who don't know, I'm taking, what am I taking? My B complex is pure encapsulations. Actually, let me go ahead and get my stuff, because on last week on Instagram, I showed everybody like my stuff I'm using. So let me go ahead and, do the same thing for y'all too. Be right back. 1 second. Okay, let's see. I got my iron. Ooh. Okay. So you're welcome. So this is what I'm taking. This is the B complex I'm taking. I take B complex because I was actually deficient in quite a few B vitamins a few years ago, and I was recommended to like take B complex. So that's not all I take, but this is what I take separately from a regular multivitamin. This is by Pure Encapsulations. The brand, the supplements that this brand's offer is amazing. So that's what I take. My multivitamin right now are these gummies, which I normally don't be like, I don't want no gummies, just nothing but sugar, but I actually like it. And it's convenient. So I got to make sure I eat only 2 a day because they taste like gummy bears. And I want to have like 4 and 5 and 6. I can't do that. So, but this is what I take. It's really, really good. And then I'm thinking this is just like my woman's multivitamin. That for iron, these are the iron supplements I take because I was deficient in iron a few years ago. So now I just take them every day. And I think that has helped me tremendously with hair growth as well, because you guys know a lack of blood flow is what? A lack of hair growth. So I take these, and these are also in my Amazon storefront below under supplements. It's just say Curly Chemistry supplements, but this is my iron blood builder, all natural. They're using beetroot. There's vitamin C, there's folate, there's B12, of course, iron. There's organic brown rice, orange juice, and organic broccoli in here. So I take these for my iron. And then for pumpkin seed, because you guys know I take pumpkin seed oil supplements, I take these, Now pumpkin seed is so dope because now, number one, how can I say this? I'm not over 40s yet, but I believe in preventative care. So as you guys know or may not know, a lot of times when we get in our 40s and up, our hormones start having a party, right? They start doing their own thing. And a lot of times, our androgen receptors will increase, which then can lead to increased DHT, which is a hormone responsible for hair loss. But research shows that pumpkin seed oil helps to decrease DHT and helps to keep the hair in the active hair growth phase longer. So even though I'm 35, honey, we believe in preventative measures. Okay. So by the time I get to 40, my body's like, oh no, DHT, we ain't got time for you. She been on her pumpkin seed oil. So that's what I take here. And then let's see. Oh, and then I also take this too. I just started taking this, the Mary Ruth Liquid Morning Multivitamin Hair Girl. There's been a lot of great ratings on this product on YouTube, not YouTube, Amazon. But I take this too. So right now, these are like my core supplements that I take right now. I need to purchase those, right? Because I'm 56. I just turned 36. Oh yeah, I'm turning 36 January 11th. Right around the corner. Right? I'm so excited. I just, I'm not even like, oh, I'm gonna be 36. No, baby, bring it on. Bring it on, honey. I'm so excited. Okay, what vitamin is nasty? What vitamin is nasty, sis? They good. They're not that bad. Okay, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to these questions. All right, my scalp is very tender and sore to the touch. I can't figure out why. What could be the reason? It could be a recent style that you did. Any like pulling at the scalp, any tension, it could be that. Number two, it could be, and I don't know if I can prove this or not, but it could be stress. Because sometimes I feel like stress can affect like our scalp in different ways. So it could be stress. And once again, I can't prove it, but it's just a hunch. Could be stress. Or it could be an irritation, like maybe like a new product that you just started using and it's irritating like your scalp. And that's like the main section that is irritating. It could be that. It could be maybe when you're washing your hair, you kind of washed it like or scrubbed it too hard. It could be something like that. It could be maybe you brushed it recently. So it could be a number of things. Yeah, like those are like the things that come to my mind at this moment. It could be something else too, but I will say this. If the problem persists, definitely go see a dermatologist or a trichologist or trichologist, excuse me, to actually look at your scalp and see what's going on. So if it persists after like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, I would definitely try to find someone in your area to actually look and examine your scalp and see what's going on. So yeah. Good evening. I'm unsure if anyone asked about recommendations for detangling matted locks on 4C hair with good slippage. Is that the correct term? Thank you. Yeah, you can absolutely use the term slippage for sure. As far as like detangling matted locks, so unless someone in here has advice for her, please feel free to put in the chat. I do not have that experience for obvious reasons. But I will say this, if you are looking for a product that's going to give you like some great slip, I recommend the one I mentioned earlier, the African Pride pre-poo. That one has a ton of slip for sure. Pattern Beauty also has a detangling nectar that has a lot of slip. I would say this though, spritz your hair with water first because you want a hydrating layer before you apply that detangling product, especially for locks. So that's what I would do. And just take your time. I know some ladies use like a rat tail comb and like kind of just take their time with it, but that's what I would recommend. And then also look at here on YouTube, see what other women who have locks who are detangling or, detangling matted locks, like what they use and what their process is. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. How often should we grease the scalp? Once after washing and then as needed once per week. Exactly. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Definitely for those who need it, once after washing, because once again, when you get out the shower, when you're done washing your hair, your scalp is the most moist it's going to be, right? So take advantage of that and just like a light little bit of hair grease, nothing crazy, just a little bit. And then in between your wash day, if your scalp feels kind of dry, you can redo that as well. So I would try that. If you find that doesn't work, you may use actual serum, like a water-based serum. But even with that serum, you still kind of want to lock it in with some type of oil or like a light grease, But like I said, I would try the hair grease, especially on your wash day for sure. I use that Neutrogena T-Sal on my husband's hair, and it keeps his barrier intact. That's good. At least for 5 days, his scalp would have an oily buildup that would harden. Big difference now. That's awesome. That's great. That's great. Definitely keep that up for sure. Wake Forest Dermatology and Trichology has a 2-year waiting list. Oh my gosh. The physician is Black with great reviews. Sadly, as Black women, we have really damaged our hair. I need to reach out to her because if it's Wake Forest, North Carolina, like near me, I need to reach out to her because it'd be really cool to have someone who's so knowledgeable in that space where she booked for 2 years. Like, what if she came on and taught, like me and her together talking about scalp and stuff? I think that'd be really cool. So I'm gonna write down that the name Wake Forest Dermatology. And you said she's a Black physician. I'm gonna reach out to her because I think definitely like going into the new year, I want to have like other professionals come live with me to just talk about hair care and scalp care. I think that'd be like really, really cool. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's see. Hi, I love your page. Thank you so much. My question is, what is the best protein to use? Also, is castor and argan oil good for the scalp? Great question. So both of those are great for the scalp. However, sometimes they can be a little heavy on the scalp because of the viscosity of those oils, the thickness of those oils. So I would say this, if you're going to use those two, well, number one, you don't need both of them. Just use one, choose one. Just use a little bit. A little goes a long way. For the scalp, though, if I had to like give you my suggestion, which is what I'm doing right now, I would go for a lighter oil on the scalp. I would go for like jojoba or sweet almond, hemp seed, grape seed, for like scalp massaging. Unless you're trying to regrow your hair, like your edges, then I would say go for the castor oil for sure. And then to answer your first question, what is the best protein to use? My top 3 girlfriends already know. Apogee, I love the Apogee 2-step, which is a hardcore protein, or the Apogee 2-minute reconstructorizer conditioner. That one's great. Or K18 leave-in repair hair mask, or Olaplex. Olaplex number 3. I think it's number 3. Yeah. All right, let's see. Would you be willing to do a product analysis of the natural crown products? Would love to hear a chemist point of view. I can't look at all the products, but I can like look at least one. So let's see if I can find her or his product on Google. On the Google. All right, let's look at the Crown Cleanser. Crown Cleanser. What's going on with the Crown Cleanser? Experience a refreshing deep cleanse with the Crown Cleanser moisturizing shampoo. Okie dokie. Ingredients. Ooh. All right. First ingredient, aloe vera juice. We love that. And then we have cocoa meat or propylbutane, decoglucoside, cleansing surfactants. Great. Very gentle. What else we got here that looks interesting? Castor, panthenol, polyquat 37, which is a conditioning surfactant, argan oil, glycerin, exohexylglycerin, and phenoxyethanol. Great preservative. Got some biotin and some honey. Based off of the ingredient list, just looking at it, the formula looks good. Of course, I have to like actually look at it and touch it and feel it. But based off of the ingredient list listed on the website, the shampoo looks really good, especially with the aloe vera juice as the first ingredient. I love that. Love that. Hello, what are your thoughts on propylene glycol as a second ingredient in semi-permanent hair color? Propylene glycol, I have no problem with that ingredient. It's not a red flag. It's a humectant. So think of it as another version of glycerin. It's a pretty, it's a really cheap ingredient, but it's still a solid humectant for drawing moisture into the hair. So I think it's fine. I don't see it as a red flag. Nope. What styles would you recommend doing to grow hair out from heat damage? I'm thinking of keeping my natural hair braided for the most part. Yeah, so protective style, headband wigs, buns, twists, braids, as you mentioned, that's completely fine. I think for me, I did a lot of buns. because I didn't want to show the heat damage. So I didn't do a lot of like braid outs that often, but buns were like my go-to for sure. All right, let's see. So I'm way at the bottom now. I have a question. When you deep conditioner, hey Judith. Judith says, I have a question. When you deep condition your hair, do you need to use leave-in conditioner also? What's the difference? Absolutely. So yes, because the deep conditioner is to, in a sense, support the cleansingness of the hair afterwards. Because depending on the shampoo that you use, it can leave little cleansing surfactant deposits on the hair. Sometimes it can leave like little anionic surfactants, which is negatively charged molecules on the hair. And that's kind of where like that strip filling feels like, right? But deep conditioners and conditioners come in to attract, because deep conditioners and conditioners have cationic conditioning surfactants. These are positively charged ingredients. So just like, I guess, in real life, and hair care, opposites attract. So you have the positive that goes to the negative, like whoop, and what happens is it smooths the cuticle. It puts that moisture back into it. So that's really what deep conditioning / conditioners do after your shampoo. So I recommend always conditioning after shampoo. Leave-ins, however, are great for styling the hair, especially for our hair. The more moisture, the better, right? So leave-in conditioning or adding a leave-in conditioner preps your hair for the style that you're about to do, whether that's a twist out or braid out, a bun, whatever you're going to do. But it also adds another layer of hydration as well that's needed. So in my opinion, do you need to do it? I mean, I always feel like needs are very nuancy in the hair care space, but I highly recommend it. I'll say that. I highly recommend it for sure. All right. Gummies seem more absorbent because I was taking a 2000 unit vitamin D through gel capsules and it was still below 30 for a while. But when I started taking gummies with no gelatin, it went up. That's good to know. That's good to know. You are such a girl. That is a good thing to reapply your lipstick. Yes, I have to. Let's see. I love Nature's Little Secret papaya pre-poo. It's thick and creamy. Papaya pre-poo sounds so good. I'm hungry. My chili and my cornbread and my rice is like calling me right now, but we're gonna be strong. It's only 8:11. I'm just kidding. I am hungry though, but I'm still good. Okay, so if I use copper peptides, you're saying follow it with oil or grease. No. So the copper peptides and the oil and grease, that's two different things going on here. Copper peptides are really for supporting hair growth, right? The hair grease and the oil is more so for locking in that moisture. So are you dealing with both dry hair and trying to grow your hair? You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then you would alternate the days. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you would do that. Monday, let's say your wash day, would be the day you like grease your scalp, right? Tuesday or Wednesday would be the day that you do your copper peptide. So it just depends on what your goal is, what you're trying to achieve. If you are going to use the copper peptides, I don't recommend Blue Magic Indian hemp. I don't recommend a heavy oil or a hair grease. You would want to use something very, very light for sure. And I would recommend making sure that your wash days are weekly, because alternating between the copper peptides and oil / grease, you're going to want at least a good weekly wash day for sure. So hopefully that helps. Is it okay to rehydrate hair with micellar water instead of tap water? After I wash my hair, it starts to dry before I finish my braids. Fat 540, when you wash your hair, what do you like after you wash your hair? You said your hair starts to dry before, like it starts to feel dry. What are you putting on? Like, what are you using? Are you using like a leave-in, like a creamy leave-in? Are you locking that leave-in in with like a sweet almond or avocado oil? Like, what is your routine? Because a lot of times it's just a routine. You know, you can try the micellar water. You can. You could try that. That's supposed to be more hydrating in a sense. But I think that it depends on your routine personally. But let me go ahead and look this up really quick. If you got my head turned, not my head turning, my brain turning. Let's see. Mm, I take it back. Don't use the micellar water. I'm glad I paused on that. Yeah, don't use that. Don't use that. Don't use that. Don't use that. Because the micellar water is it's like a little bit of a shampoo in a sense. It's breaking down oil and buildup, the very oils that you would be putting back into your hair when you're styling your hair. So I wouldn't do the micellar water on your hair. I would do the regular water, like however you're washing your hair with, or spritz your hair with like aloe vera juice, for example, or my hydrating herbal hair tea rinse. But like I said, your technique matters. I would make sure that you're using like a cream, like a Curls Bliss blueberry leave-in conditioner with like sweet almond oil, like that. Those two paired together are a great moisturizing duo, especially for braiding your hair or doing twist outs. Great question. Miss Tanya, what's the good regimen for gray hair? So everything I would say for gray hair would be the same, like keeping up with your wash days, moisturizing your hair. The biggest thing I would say for gray hair is moisture is going to be key for anyone with gray hair, because gray hair has a hard time holding moisture in because it's so much more porous. So once you have gray hair, it's like sometimes it becomes more brassy, it becomes kind of wiry, and that's because of the fact that it's more on the porous side, so it doesn't hold moisture very well, so it becomes very dry and frizzy. So moisture is going to be key for you. I would probably deep condition like twice a month. I want to say after each wash day, but that might be too much for you. I don't know, but I would still try it though. I would shampoo and then do a deep conditioner for the next 3 wash days, like next 3 weeks if you wash weekly, and see how your hair responds. So definitely increase your deep conditioning. I would also do hot oil treatments, like back in the day when we do the VO5, I would do that. Okay. And then I would also keep up with your moisturizing cycle. So moisturize your hair in between your wash day. Don't let the next time you touch your hair, moisturize your hair is on your next wash day. Don't do that, especially not with gray hair. So moisture will be key. So deep conditioning, hot oil treatments, and keeping up with your moisture cycle, moisturizing your hair in between your wash days, sealing with an oil or good old hair grease. Okay. Hopefully that helps. And drink more water. That helps too. Drink more water. Oh, and take omega-3s. If you're not taking like omega-3s, get on a really good omega-3. I like the Nordic Naturals. I think that's the name of it. Nordic Naturals is really good. Carlson, Carlson. That's another good brand too. But omega-3s does help with moisturizing the hair from the inside out. So I would definitely keep that in mind too. And it's great for the scalp too. Great question. Hope y'all are taking notes. Hope y'all are taking some good notes tonight. And if not, you can always watch the replay. All right, let's see. Where are we? Pure Encapsulation is a great company. It is. I love that brand. Love it. All right, let's see. I answered that question already. Are Bantu knots a safe way to stretch the hair? Yes, that's fine. Just make sure that the ends are being protected, like they're tucked in. And when you do your Bantu knots, be very gentle. Like try not to like do it too harsh, like be very gentle with it, and add a really good moisturizer and sealant after it so it can stay moisturized, especially your ends. Because once again, what's the point of stretching your hair if it's going to break off, So that's what I would do. Hi, Tanya. My hair doesn't seem to like hair grease anymore. What do you think about using raw shea butter instead to seal? I have high porosity 4C hair. Yeah, shea butter is great. That's completely fine because it's still acting as a occlusive emollient that's going to lock moisture in. So it's going to create a protective layer to keep that water in. So that's completely fine. And that's really what it comes down to, like finding what sealant works best for you. At one point, hair grease was doing it for you, but now it's like, shea butter may be better for you, and that's okay, So go with what your hair responds well to and stick with that. All right. Hey, Tanya, what are your plans for Christmas this year, which is next week? What are my plans for Christmas? My sister's hosting, so I just got to show up. Show up, look cute. But I am making the Christmas punch because they're cooking. My mom, my sister, they're doing all the But I'm gonna, come with my Christmas punch. And it's going to have like cranberry juice and pineapple juice. It's going to have like orange juice in there too. And I'll put in the raspberry ginger ale and like cut up some orange slices and put some cran. It's going to be beautiful. So that's what I'm bringing to the party, my Christmas punch. But yeah, that's it. That's all. All right, let's see. Next question. All right, I answered that. Tanya, you need to try the Amica the Wizard when using the Revere. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Let's look at it now. Amica the Wizard. It's rare people tell me to try products out because Tanya, try it. It's good. You should check it out. So let's check it out now. The Wizard. Ooh, I like the name. The Wizard Detangling Primer. All right, all-in-one hair priming mist that detangles and protects against thermal damage. The ratings look good. Let's look at the ingredients. Yes, silicone. First ingredient, cyclopentasiloxane, which is a very lightweight silicone. It's not heavy at all. Sea buckthorn, a very rich, very expensive oil. That's amazing that's in there at the second ingredient. Even though the formula is probably like 80% of the cyclopentasiloxane, it's still a great oil to have as like the second one, the sea buckthorn, avocado, and then vitamin E, fragrance, and some more fragrance. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. This looks really interesting. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. Amica the Wizard Detangler. I might need to update a video on silicones because I haven't done a video on like the science behind silicone and how like the best way to use them and their benefits for us. So I need to do that. I'll probably do that like in the new year. Because when I tell you I'm about to go on vacation for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna do so when I come back in 26, hit the ground running, you know. So, but we'll see. I always say I'm going to go on vacation, but vacation to me is like, I'm not posting anything. I'm not going live. I'm just chilling, brainstorming for the new year and just chilling, praying and chilling, you know? So I might do that. I think I will do that. So if I go ghost for like a week or two, yeah, I know. Okay, Tanya's in hibernation mode. You know, she's in brainstorming mode. When she come back, it's going to be on point. So just in case, if I do go ghost for like a week or two, within the next week or two before the new year. Okay, next question. I answered that one already. Have we covered hair washing frequency yet? I may have missed it. How often for good growth? I'm hearing 2 weeks, but I was raised on once a month. I used to wash my hair once a month. I used to think that was the thing. I think when I was a teenager, I was washing my hair like once every 2 months. It was so bad. But when I used to wash my hair once a month, my hair would have my scalp would have so much build up. Like I can go like this and you would see the crust of product buildup and oil and dirt. And my hair, it was just a hot mess. So I do not recommend once a month shampooing. I mean, maybe some people do it. I can't. 2 weeks isn't bad. Every 2 weeks is not bad at all. That's not bad. If you could do 1 week, that'd be even better. But if not, 2 weeks is completely fine. That's completely fine. Great question. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. What do you think about the Nutris protein moisturizing treatment? Nutris? Let's see. Sally's Beauty has it. What's that? Oh, it's rain. Okay, I know what that was. Where's the ingredient list? I don't see it, sis. I don't see it. Sally's has it, but they don't have the ingredient list. So let's go to another website. Let's go to their website and see if they have the ingredient list. I don't see their ingredient list. All right, let's try Amazon. If they don't have it, then I'm going to have to give up on this. The ratings are okay on Amazon. Okay, here's the ingredient list. Very simple formulation: water, acetyl alcohol, centramonium bromide, a cationic conditioning surfactant, glycerin, stearic acid, that's a thickening agent. I don't know what this one is. Steripium chloride? That might be a cationic. Wheat protein for protein, fragrance, color, DMDM, hydrantoin. Yeah, so I mean, the formula is a very basic formulation. I mean, is it a protein product? Yes, it is. Okay. Quaternized wheat protein. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the ratings look okay. The formula looks fine. It looks like a basic protein treatment. I don't see any red flags, which is great. So if you are thinking about trying it, I think, it's a good product to check out. Definitely. I would say Curly Chemistry approved. Papa. Actually like a stamp that says Curly Chemistry approved. Okay, seriously, next question. I'm not gonna do it, sis. I'm not gonna butcher your name. I just got a trim, and the hairdresser said I should blow out my hair before twisting to absorb and hold more moisture when I moisturize it. Blow out your hair. Blow out your hair before twisting to absorb moisture and I don't know about that. I haven't heard that before. You can try it. I'm always down for like try it and see how your hair responds to it. But it sounds like what she's saying is your hair will retain moisture better if you blow it out. That's not always the case because there's so many factors involved, porosity, cuticle health, protein health, the product, the formula. Are you sealing? There's so many different factors involved. But if you want, you could try it. I don't know if you want to be walking around looking crazy with like air dried hair and blown out hair and just seeing the difference, but I would try it. I would try and see how your hair responds to it. But if you are going to make this a part of your regimen, like your routine, blowing out your hair, always use a heat protectant. Always, always, always. That's going to be key because you don't want heat damage. What's your views on henna? My grays are starting to peak, but I don't want to use toxic dyes. I find it strengthens my hair, but can also leave it dry if not careful. Have you tried henna souk? Henna? I would try henna souk, SOOQ. Their henna I've heard is really, really good. I think henna is a great option. I haven't henna my hair in like, man, maybe like 10 years. Your mix matters because I'll just say this: when I used to do henna, I would do like henna and water, and my hair came out so dry. But then I started adding like olive oil and like glycerin, like actual other additives to it to make it better. But the henna souk, I would check them out for sure. I've heard really good things about their henna. So yeah, but it does have a bit of a strengthening effect to it. It's not really a protein, but it does kind of fill in damaged pieces of the cuticle, giving it like that strengthening effect. So it behaves like a protein, even though it's not a protein. But yeah, I would try it. Definitely try it. How do you know if your hair is moisturized? One of the telltale signs if your hair is moisturized is that it looks better, it feels better, it doesn't look very dull. The feel is more softer, your hair is more manageable. But the biggest key to know if your hair is moisturized is that you see little to no breakage. Like if you're moisturizing your hair and you still see like a ton of breakage, like little short pieces of hair on the sink, then your hair is not properly moisturized. And it's just dry. You know what I'm saying? And it could be either that your hair needs to be moisturized more or that product is just not compatible with your hair. But that's the biggest telltale signs is breakage. Usually it's definitely breakage. A lack of protein can lead to breakage too, but 80% of the time it's a lack of moisture. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Like right now, my hair feels okay, but it's also time for me to moisturize my hair because it's been about 3 days, right? So my hair still feels soft, but I know like my hair could look and feel a whole lot better. Like when my hair starts to get kind of stringy and stuff, like I know I need to re-moisturize it. But the thing is, it still feels good. What did I use on my hair? What did I use? I think I used I know did I use grease? I think I did use grease. I used grease, and I think I used the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner. I think I used that product last. Either that or Donna's Recipe, extra creamy hair cream, but yeah. Usually it's how it feels, and if you see less breakage, your hair is moisturized. That's a great question. That's a video. I probably should make a video on that. Hold please as I take notes. Okay. Let's see. I brought your recommendation of the QGGQ. Curly girls? No. What's QGGQ, sis? I'm not that good with acronyms. Sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm not. Can I use with another oil? Are you still in here? What's her name? Stas? If you're still in here, let me know. Because I don't know what QGGQ is. Do y'all know what QGGQ is? I recommend it. I don't know what it is. You got to spell it out for me. It's after 8 o'clock too. And for those who don't know, welcome. For those who haven't joined me live before, typically after 8 o'clock, I just start to, because I haven't ate. And when I don't eat, I get silly. And then when I get tired, I get silly too. So it's after 8 o'clock, but we're fine. The neurons are still active. Okay, seriously. Where's the last question? QGGQ. Did you come back in here? It was in your Amazon store. Okay. I have a lot of stuff in my Amazon store, sis. If you can like copy and paste the name for me, then I can like give you my feedback on it. But I have a lot of product in my Amazon store, things that I recommend. All right, next question. Does anyone know the name of the iron gummies with gelatin that Nisha Family 83? Oh, I don't know what. Okay. Nisha, you still in here, sis? If you are, someone asked you a question. V3 Renee says, just wanted to say thank you for all your advice and recommendations. I've been using the Pacifica Scalp Love and jojoba oil with my scalp braids, and it has been a game changer. Yes, awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. So for those who are dealing with dry scalp, use that combination, the Pacifica Scalp Love Serum with jojoba oil, because that Scalp Love Serum, which we haven't talked about tonight. Normally I always talk about it. We'll be talking about tonight. The Pacifica Scalp Love Serum, which is in my Amazon storefront, you can also get it at Ulta too, is a very hydrating formulation. It's water-based, has aloe vera juice within it. When you apply it on your scalp, it helps reduce dryness. But the key here too is that she's adding jojoba oil over it. So all that aloe, the moisture, all of that is being locked into the scalp via the jojoba oil, because it's creating in a sense, it is creating a barrier. So it's keeping that moisture from escaping. So I love that that's working for you. So definitely try it out, y'all, if y'all have like a dry scalp. Okay. Can I use the Apogee green tea and keratin leave-in more than once a week? Use also as a redresser, or is too much? You can definitely use it more than once a week. I probably wouldn't use it like more than 4 times a week, but like 1 to 3 times a week is completely fine. Hey, Miss Tanya, do you use the Iris Store LED helmet for hair loss? What do you think about it? Yes, so I personally don't use it. I've done a video educating about the science behind it. I have 2 videos on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. But I actually donated it to my mom, who was dealing with some hair loss, and she's actually seeing growth now, which is great. So I do recommend it, yes. Just to be clear, can anyone use copper peptides, or does there need to be a problem? Anyone can use copper peptides, but ideally you want to use it to solve a problem, if that makes sense. So if I wanted to use it, even though I'm not dealing with hair loss, thank the Lord right now, I can still benefit from it. You know, if anything, it'll probably help my hair grow even more, and I don't have a problem. But for those who really need it, copper peptides can be a great option for reactivating dormant hair follicles. So yeah, great question. All right. What's the best deep conditioner for gray hair? I would try the Amika Soul Food hair mask. It's like in an orange jar tub. I would check that one out. Another good one is the EVA NYC hair mask. That one's also good too. It's like in a pink tub, very thick, but really good. What do you think about the Mary Ruth liquid vitamin for your hair? I mean, so far I like it. So far I have no issues with it. I'm still adding it to my routines. I think it's too early for me to see results, but so far I haven't had any issues with it. Great question. Oh, girl. Miss Joy. Hey, sis. Okay, so now I'm at the bottom. Miss Joy says, I lighten my hair 3 shades and can't seem to get moisture feel back. You need a protein treatment. You need a protein treatment. Because what's happening is anytime you lighten your hair, right? So how can I say it? The bonds of your hair have been compromised slightly, including the cuticle, because in order for that color to get to the cortex, the cuticles have to be lifted, right? Did you do a deep conditioner afterwards? Did you do a protein treatment before? That's why I always say, like, when you guys do like silk press, when you guys get relaxers, when you do a coloring service, always do a protein before to prep the hair, and always follow up with a conditioner afterwards. Zoe did before in 2 minutes. You did what? A deep conditioner before and 2 minutes after? That's what it sounds like. You did? Okay. Did you do a protein anywhere in there? Like a good protein treatment, like an apogee or something? Or just moisture, just deep conditioning? Because if not, that could also be a culprit. But either way, you have to get your protein moisture balance back. So for the next 3 months, apogee before and the 2 minute after, right? Okay. So I would do this. So for the next maybe 3 wash days, I would definitely do a deep conditioner. But in between those deep conditioner treatments, do another lightweight protein, like the 2 minute one. Because it just sounds like the cuticle has lifted. If your hair is not retaining moisture, then it's more so like a cuticle issue. So it could be because of that lack of protein in your hair getting back to the moisture balance. So for the next 3 wash days, sis, deep condition, okay? In between your wash days, you already know, moisture cycle, moisturize and seal. But once again, keep up with those protein treatments, like lightweight protein treatments, like at least once a month. And so your hair protein balance get back to where it needs to be. But definitely, I think that's the biggest culprit right now, like getting that moisture up and helping the cuticle get back to its integrity by doing those protein treatments. I hope that helps. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. I find that on my wash day, I have a lot of shedding, like a whole handball. This is during detangling and after combing the conditioner through. Could this be just because I took too long to wash it? It could be. It could be because, once again, on average, our hair sheds 50 to 100 strands a day. So let's say your hair does the max 100, right? On that 7th day, you could potentially have up to 700 strands of hair coming out. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. Absolutely. Like, there are times where I detangle my hair, and that's why I have to moisturize my hair every 2 days, not only for moisture, but so I have less shedding when my wash day comes. Because if I only comb my hair on my wash days, I'm gonna have a lot of shedding, and that can be kind of traumatizing. Okay, it can be very traumatizing. So that's why when I do moisturize my hair every 2 days, I'm also detangling and getting that shedded hair out, So, and then it makes my detangling so much easier on my wash days. I don't have any real tangles going on because I got that shedded hair out during the week, So it could be that, or it could be a lack of iron. So I would definitely get some blood work done if you haven't done within a year or 2, just to see, because a lot of times if we are deficient in iron, it could lead to excessive shedding as well. So it could be one of those 2. Great question. Oh, I see. Okay, QGGQ hair growth serum roll on. My scalp feels something try after, so I wonder if I could add another oil with it. You can, but make sure it's a very lightweight one, grapeseed or jojoba over that. If you want to add that, you can definitely do that for sure. Wait, is this our last live for the year? I think it is. I think it is, sis. I think it is. Is my phone dead? What the heck? My phone's dead. That's rare. Okay, well, phone's dead. But yes, I think it is. I think it is. Unless I just randomly come back, like, I doubt it. Yeah, I'll see you guys I'll see you in the new year. I see you guys in the new year. And actually, I have a pretty big announcement coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned because you guys know I'm extending the Curly Chemistry line, right? You know, we started off with the hair tea. You know, the tea rinse was the very first product, but you know, we are extending the Curly Chemistry line. So definitely within the next few weeks, I'm going to share what that extension looks like. So stay tuned. I'm so excited. Stay tuned. Have you ever used Baskin Lather products? I have not used their products, but I've heard good things about them. My beautiful queen, do you know you have subscriber mode only on? Yes, I do. I do. Why is it that my ends don't completely twist? Time for trim too much. It's annoying that the twists don't come. Wait, it's annoying that the twists don't close from root to tip. Why is that my ends don't completely twist? Oh, like you mean like when you go, is that what you mean? Or when you do like 2-strand twists? So I'll say this. I mean, some people use perm rods at like the end. Like you don't have to use it to the length of your hair, but you can definitely use perm rods, you know, at the ends of your twist to kind of help it, give it that extra, you know what I'm saying? So you can definitely do that. You might need a protein treatment too, because a lot of times if your curls are kind of limp and they're not as springy as they usually are, it could be a lack of protein in the hair as well. So just FYI. How do you know if your hair is lacking protein? A lot of times, like I just said, your curl pattern is very like loosey-goosey, you know, it's not as springy as it usually is. Or, you know, your hair feels like overcooked spaghetti in the shower. Like it feels super duper mushy, almost like clay in the hands. And if you feel that and you got limp curls, more than likely you need protein, sis. Hair is thinning, and I've been assuming this is due to perimenopause. It probably is. Any advice besides pumpkin seed oil? Besides pumpkin seed oil, scalp massages for sure will be key. I would increase your protein intake for sure. I would also get on a good collagen, either like a collagen drink, because what happens is if we are losing collagen in our scalp, which does tend to happen as we age, it compromises the hair anchoring system. So think of collagen as like the cement that keeps the hair where it needs to be. But if the collagen is like compromised, your hair anchoring is kind of loosey goosey. And next thing you know, it's out your scalp and you got it thinning, right? So I would definitely increase your collagen, whether that's a supplement or a drink. Like I said, increase your protein intake for sure. That's going to help to strengthen your hair. And then, of course, scalp massages would be key for sure. And get on a good hair supplement. Like, you know, I mentioned this one earlier. This one's really good. Or anything else you may see in my Amazon storefront, those I also recommend too. So yeah, multivitamins go a long way for sure. For sure. All right, let's see. What time is it? 8:41. Okay, let's do maybe like 10, 15 more minutes, then we're gonna hop off. Because my chili and cornbread and rice are calling my name. And it's just sitting in a pot. It's just like all that cayenne and the cumin and the smoked paprika and the what else I got in there? What else? The beef broth and the garlic, all that's just simmering, it's getting all in there. So it's yeah, because you know when things sit, they just get better. And I got, can we just divert really quick? Since Christmas is coming up, right? I'm going to tell y'all my secret cornbread recipe. It's the most richest, moistest cornbread of your life. You know how, okay, so number one, I'm a Jiffy girl. I don't do the regular Jiffy. Good old Jiffy. Okay. Jiffy, right? But you know how Jiffy says, oh, add like vegetable oil and then add milk. I think it says milk or water. No, 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 no. What you're gonna do is get you a bowl, right? The oil, in this case, is gonna be a stick of butter. Melt down a whole 1 stick of butter. Put that in a bowl. Get you, now this is the crazy part, a half cup, what a comment at, a half cup of sour cream. Don't knock it till you try it. Half cup of sour cream, a stick of butter melted, 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar, depending on how sweet you like your cornbread. Mix that together. It's going to give like a nice little fluffiness going on. Mix that together, right? And then 2 eggs. Crack them eggs, pop them 2 eggs in there. Mix, 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 mix. And then, yes, sour cream. And then add your Jiffy corn mix in there. Mix, 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 mix. Put get your little glass thingy, your stove glass, I'm talking about. Add the mix to the glass thing. I can't think of the thing, but you know what I'm trying to say. Add it and then put your oven at 375. Pop that pan in there or that glass thing in there for like about 20, 25 minutes till it's nice and golden brown. Baby, when I tell you, it's gonna be it's so good. It's gonna be so moist. It's perfection. Can you tell I'm hungry? I said hungry. That's how hungry I am. I'm saying hungry. I digress. One box, half a cup of sour cream, 1 stick of butter, 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar, depending on how you like your, how sweet like your cornbread, 2 eggs, 2 eggs, and then the Jiffy. That's it. That's it. Sour cream, butter, sugar, egg, Jiffy. Pour, oven, take it out, consume. It's so great. So that's just a little casserole dish. Yes, yeah, the glass thing. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't think. I got hunger on the brain, but that is so good. So whenever y'all try it out. Thank me later. Make sure y'all make it the right way though. Don't come back and say, Tanya, I made it. No, did you make it right? But yes, I highly recommend it. Okay. She said, I live alone. A whole pan would be trouble. Listen, I live alone. So that pan, I don't know if I'm going to make it till Sunday. Okay. Let's get back to these questions. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Let's scroll up. Let's scroll up. Dun, 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 dun. Have you ever used Nortra's Trichologist hair products for us? I haven't used that. I have not used that before. Do you recommend it? Do you recommend it? Do you recommend it? All right, let's do maybe like 4 more questions and we're going to hop off. And if you guys got to go, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Be sure to like this video if you have not liked this video as of yet. What else I got to say? I think this is our last live for the year. I'll pop in here and there, like in my community. If you are a part of the Curly Chemistry newsletter email list, definitely look out for your emails. Hopefully all of you guys are on the Curly Chemistry newsletter because I'll be sending some really good emails during the week. So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to be sharing what the next Curly Chemistry products, and I say that on purpose, plural products will be coming out in 2026. And I mean early 2026. Okay. So I haven't released exactly what they are, but I will very soon. So stay tuned. Okay. Seriously. I'm getting silly. So I kid you not, after 8 o'clock, I'll be getting silly. All right. Let's see. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, did you see my question on keeping hair Moisturize under sew-ins. No, I did not, Isabel64. Where's your question, sis? Let me find it. So we just started talking about cornbread and chili and rice, and that was it. That was it, sis. That was it. If you can put your question in there again, and I'll look for it. But I'm scrolling up. I don't see your question. Okay, here it is. I found it. How should we moisturize our hair under sew-ins or sewn down wigs? It's hard because technically you can't, because your hair is covered, you know? And that's why, like, I have a love-hate with sew-ins, because they are great protective styles, right? They do help your hair retain length because you're leaving your hair alone. But if it's a full sew-in, technically you have no access to your hair, right? So it's like, how can you moisturize it? So in that case, I would say try not to leave the sew-in too long. Only you know what that is. I have my opinion, but you know, people may not like it. But definitely do a really, really good deep conditioner prior to. Make sure that your hair is thoroughly detangled before they start braiding, you know, and doing the sewing, because if your hair is not properly detangled, you're going to have a lot of tangles and, God forbid, matted hair when you take your hair down. So just kind of be careful of that, but do a really good deep conditioner prior to. That's what I recommend. I've been getting better with keeping sew-ins, and that's perfect. 3 to 4 weeks, perfect. That's a great time frame. Hey, sis, did you answer my question about my son? Spot of missing hair, preteen. Let me find your question. 34 Jade's World. Okay, let me see. Nope, that's not you. That's not you. Hold on. If you can retype it, that'd be great. I'm scrolling up and I don't see it. Okay, here we go. Any advice for my son? He has a full head of hair, but recently he has a spot of hair missing. Early teens. That's unique. That's not normal, and that's very unique. Like, for him to normally have a full head of hair and then out of nowhere, like a missing piece of hair somewhere, like a spot of hair, I would definitely get a dermatologist or a trichologist to look at his scalp to really see like what's going on, like really assess what's happening, because that's a little different. Unless he like randomly decided to like, you know what I'm saying? And that happens. You know, he got the razor. I don't know. But seriously, I would definitely see a dermatologist or a trichologist just to assess his scalp and see what's really going on, because that is unique. That's definitely unique. Would it be okay to freeze extra herbal hair tea, then reheat it for next wash day? Heck yes, absolutely. You can put it in like little ice cubes, like do, and like take them out, take out what you need and like let them thaw. Absolutely. I need to update the herbal hair wellness manual so I can include that hack in there. But yeah, definitely. You can definitely freeze it for sure. What's your thoughts on Devaney's new conditioner? Just ordered it in the small size. So random fact, one of the first conditioners I've ever worked on when I was a baby cosmetic chemist back in 2016, 2017, 2018 was the Devaney's conditioner. So that brand is very dear to my heart. But yes, that one I highly recommend. I like the new hair mask. The hair mask is top tier, but the conditioner is good too. Okay, can I do the 2-minute Alpha-G protein treatment 2 weeks in a row? 2 weeks in a row, that's fine, because the Alpha-G 2-minute is very light. It's a lightweight protein treatment. You're getting more moisture than protein. So using that 2 weeks in a row, that's fine, especially if your hair is responding well to it, Monique. Go for it. Great question. What's your suggestion on how to grow back in edges from traction alopecia and inflammation? Number one, prevention. Don't do no more tight styles, no more tension styles, no more of that. You may benefit from derma rolling. The little do. You may help me, Lord. You may benefit from derma rolling for sure. So I think that'd be really good because derma rolling is known for reactivating dormant follicles, especially along the edges. I would pair this with either copper peptides or pumpkin seed oil or some type of hair growth oil is what I would do for sure. So yeah, that's what I would do. Definitely. Or if you don't want to do the derma rolling, you can do, targeted scalp massages. That works too. Checking out my hair here. I really gotta wash it too. But yeah, that works too. No way, he loves his hair. Okay. Then yes, definitely go ahead and have him see a dermatologist or a trichologist to see like what's going on. Hey, what kind of hair oils do you do? What kind of hair oils to use to moisturize besides a hair moisturizer for my routine? What kind of hair oils to use to moisturize besides a hair moisturizer? That's like a trick question. Either that or I'm just fading at the moment. But technically, I get what you're saying. But what you want is a water-based moisturizer paired with an oil, because oils do not hydrate the hair. They lock in the hydration. They don't hydrate the hair. Creams, anything water-based, anything first ingredient is water or aloe vera juice or rose water, that is a hydrator for the hair, right? And then because oils evaporate, they don't stay in the cuticle very long, especially for our hair. We use oil to seal that in. So if you're looking for oil to seal, your moisturizer in, then I would say sweet almond oil, olive oil, avocado, jojoba, hair grease, depending on your hair type. Great question. I love Nunu. I love Nunu too, girl. I do. So I have the tea, but not the manual. How can I get it? You don't have the manual, Lizzie? Send me an email tonight. ilearn@curlychemistry.com. ilearn@curlychemistry.com, and I will send you the manual. And for those who don't know, for anyone who gets the hair tea, you automatically get the herbal hair wellness manual. It breaks down how to use the tea, how to enhance the tea. So that's what she's referring to. So just let me know. Email me, Lizzie, tonight. ilearn@curlychemistry.com, and I'll email it to you. And once again, I'm doing 15% off. I think 50% off is off the entire store. It's not just the tea, but the code is CC15. The link is below. Any orders that come in tonight will get shipped out tomorrow morning. So FYI. And you'll have your tea by your next wash day next week. Okay, let's see. In case you missed it, trichologist Amy McMichael, Wake Forest. Okay, thank you for her name. Amy McMichael, MD. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. That'd be so cool if I can have her come on here and talk to you guys. So thank you for that, Marsha. I just purchased K18 in the small bottle, and it's as big as your thumb. Yeah. K18. Yeah. A little small. Yeah. So I mean, but I will say this: a little goes a long way. You may get 2 usages out of that one. So yeah. What's your current favorite conditioner? Also, what's a great product for roller sets? My current favorite conditioner. I'll just say this. It's not out yet. But in the meantime, I really like, who do I like? Man. Oh yes, Design Essentials almond butter. I do like that one too. All right, let's see. Is there a way to thicken the hair? Scalp massages, check your iron for sure, check your vitamin D. What else? What else would I would say? Definitely scalp massages for sure is a great way to thicken your hair and protect the styles too. And also in some cases, protein can thicken the hair as well. And that's why I always say, y'all, make sure you do your protein treatments once a month, lightweight, because that can help to thicken the hair too. Did I really though, Rita? Did I really? Did I really? Will this live be saved? Yes. Yes, 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 it will be saved. I feel like when I massage my edges, there's like a pain sensation. That's not good. If you're feeling pain when you're massaging your scalp, there may be something like an underlying issue. So you may also, sis, may need to go see a dermatologist or a trichologist, especially if it continues, to persist. Just in case, just to be safe. The owner is a trichologist since 1998. Hair products look amazing. Look it up. No, not have to use. Oh, and have not used it yet. Okay, I'm gonna check her out. Can people with relaxed hair use oil? Absolutely. When I was relaxed, I used oil on my hair. The same thing I did. I like moisturizing and seal. I did that with my relaxed hair as well, for sure. I'm trying the cornbread recipe. Yes, blessed to have Aiden. Try it. Let me know how you like it. Collagen drink, which brand? Vital Proteins. It's in a blue bottle, a blue jar. How do you deal with your eyes if they get red and itchy? Eye drops. You're probably dry, so like some eye drops. What's a really good detangler? I need one really bad this weekend. A good detangler for before washing or after washing. If you want to do before washing, African Pride pre-poop. After washing, good old faithful Aftergy Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. Pattern Beauty Detangling Nectar is really good. Yeah, those are also good. You can get those anywhere. So, yeah. Hey, Tanya, did you see my scalp scrub massage message? I did not. Did you email it to me? I didn't see it. Can the As I Am double butter be used as a cream? Yes, it can be. It can be a part of the LCO method for sure. All right, gang. I think we're done. I think we're done. It is what, 9 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? My phone's dead. Womp womp. Not yet. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. So this was great. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live. I'm going to keep this up for sure. I'm still indecisive if this is the very last live of the year, but honestly, I think it is because the next week would be January 1st. Yeah, and I will be on almost a sabbatical. Is this a sabbatical? It's not a sabbatical, Tanya. I will be PTO. Who's the employer? I'm the employer, but we're going to say PTO. I'm putting my PTO in for the next 2 weeks, okay? No, but I'll be back, of course, in January for sure. So this is our last live of 2025. I ain't gonna cry because I'm from Brick City, New Jersey. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and I'm a thug. I'm just kidding. I'm really not a thug. I'm very soft. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But seriously, I appreciate y'all so much. So much. I might do a video next week. I might do a standard YouTube video next week. So stay tuned for that. Once again, I will be announcing what the Curly Chemistry hair care line looks like and all that thing. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are part of the Curly Chemistry newsletter. If you're not, I'm going to tell you how to get on it right now. Hold on. Boom. If you go to that website, which is my website, of course, scroll all the way down and you will see the email sign up. Type in your name, email address, and you're good to go. Because I'll probably be sending my newsletters out during my 2-week sabbatical, 2-week PTO. But I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight and your support over the year. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, but I'm just appreciative of y'all so much. You guys are awesome. Y'all are great. And I'm just so happy to be here to serve y'all this way. And just to be able to share my knowledge. I will never gatekeep what I know, because if I can help y'all with the littlest things, I'm going to do that, you know? So I love y'all so much. I'm going to get off because I don't want to boo-hoo. And next thing you know, I'll be on someone's TikTok. Cosmetic chemist boo-hoo's on a live on YouTube. Just kidding, but I'll see y'all soon for sure. But this is the last live for 2025. If you guys have been joining me this entire year, or just this is your first time, thank you for being here. Your presence matters to me more than you realize. So thank you guys so much. I love y'all. I'm about to go eat. I'm excited. Let me read out comments real quick. See you in January. Thank you for another wonderful live stream in the last live stream. Yes, you're welcome. Was just asking if scrubs were good pre-poo or irritating for the scalp. Scalp scrubs are great for the scalp. They can be good scalp pre-poos for sure, especially for like getting rid of dead skin cells. Any recommendations on a copper peptide? Go to my Amazon storefront below. I have a whole section for copper peptides. You can find them there. May God continue to bless you and keep you healthy and happy, Tanya. Thank you. I appreciate you. I pray the same thing for you too. All right. Thank you guys for liking this video. Have a good vacation. Merry Christmas. You're appreciated. Please don't cry. Please let me cry. I love you, Lizzie. Happy holidays. Cornbread. Yes, I cannot wait. Thank you. Enjoy your time off. Go eat. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. We see oil is coming right. Yes. Scalp massage, y'all. Before y'all go to bed tonight, do a good little scalp massage. Just 2-3 minutes. All you need. All right. I love y'all so much. I will see you guys. Oh, thank you, Marsha. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing great advice and for always smiling. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, Marsha. I'm going to take that $10 and get me a Starbucks drink and a oatmeal or a croissant or something. Something I'm going to do with it for sure. But I appreciate you. I'm going to utilize it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Marsha. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Either way, if we don't meet, have a wonderful holiday and New Year beginning. Yes. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you. Awesome. Thank you, Fat 540. All right. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all soon. Okay. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Be safe. Have fun. Scalp massage. I ain't going away far, you know, just check your emails, check the YouTube community posts. I might post a regular YouTube video next week. And yeah, I love y'all. See y'all next year. The next Curly Chemistry Live will be in 2026, officially. All right. I love y'all. Take care. Bye. Bye, y'all.